We are live. This is the Reseller Wake Up episode 160. Wow, what's up, everybody? It's already Friday, and we just hit 2,000 subscribers last night. Pretty excited about that. Been looking forward to it for a while, but how's everybody been doing so far this week? Has sales been picking up for anybody? If sales were dropping for anybody, mine have been pretty good, but they've been steady lately anyway.
Steady.
What's y'all? Steady?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Dusty?
No, they suck, actually. Amazon's been really good, but eBay's been kind of crappy. I've been running a lot of sales and trying some stuff different, just, like running a 24-hour sale, letting it in, running another one. And I don't know, eBay's just been kind of ugh.
Right.
But I also haven't been listing a lot, and we can get into the whole conspiracy, but I do see a big correlation between when I list, I sell more on eBay.
Oh, yeah. For sure. What's up, Deb? What about you? You look like you're trying to get some attention over there.
I was just doing my little morning jig.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
No. What'd you ask? What was the question? How are we?
Yeah, how are you this week?
I'm okay. My sales are really slow. I'm finishing up my Amazon shipment. I started trying out Inventory Lab yesterday. I kind of like it. But I'm going to try out Scan Power next week. I'm going to compare and see which ones I like the best.
Well, if I would have done that, then we would have waited to do this show. But did you read the topic for the show today?
No. We have a topic. Oh, what is the topic?
Tools of the trade, apps and stuff. It's been so long since we've done a show on what apps we actually use and where we actually consolidate everything and just focus on talking about that. I mean, we always mention different stuff, Inventory Labs and Scan Power and Profit Bandit or whatever we're talking about that day. But it's been a long time since we've been yep, this is what we do. This is what we use this for. This is what we use this for. This is what we use when we're out in the field. And doing. I want to talk kind of what kind of stuff. Tools, real tools, stuff you keep in your pocket when you're out there.
I'll wait. I'll put what I've been doing in my pocket. I'll just wait until we get on the subject.
All right. What about you, Scott? How's the week going? Did you just get back from another trip?
No, this is my don't go anywhere week. I've just been hanging out. Sales are about normal. I mean, they're not overly great, but they're not bad either. But about 5,400 for the week.
Nice. I'm jealous.
But yesterday was 7 hours to get a camera phone fixed that I use every day.
Yeah, I was reading all your posts. Didn't it take you a couple 4 or 5 hours just waiting at the Apple store or something?
I was there for 3 hours, and it was a 2-hour drive each way.
Dude, that sucks. I only got to go 15 minutes to the Apple store, and they're so crowded. Was it super duper crowded?
Yeah, but there's only 3 Apple stores in North Carolina.
And there's no place to source around an Apple store? You would think they'd be in the hub, but...
Yeah, but when they've got your phone...
Oh, yeah, that's true. You don't carry a spare, huh? Wife doesn't have a phone?
I've got an iPad, but it's so big, I hate carrying it around.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But, Deb, I've used Inventory Lab for over a year. I love Inventory Lab.
Yeah. Did you try Scan? We'll get on the topic when we get there.
Well, all day to talk about it. An hour. What about you, Brian? What's going on, man? I saw you posted a haul video yesterday. Seems like you did pretty good at that store.
Yeah, did pretty good. Going back out, definitely wasn't expecting all that stuff to be there, but I just couldn't let it pass up. So got it all and carried it all back home.
Yeah, I have a question. How exactly did you carry all that back home?
Very freaking carefully. Through the Sony counter TV or whatever, had a big trash bag with other stuff, and hand carried the big Sony AM/FM receiver.
Yeah, Brian hand carried more stuff than I like to carry to my car.
Yeah, me too. That's a
I
little
just-
bit crazy.
I have a wagon.
Always-
I'm like, I have a wagon to get stuff for my car, and Brian walked it from the store.
The thing about it, Deb, look, we went through the prices yesterday. I think it was worth it hand carrying it.
Yeah, it was totally worth it. I'm just saying, I'm kind of a lazy ass, so I would have left it here.
No, it was you.
No, it was your
Rusty.
scissors. You have the loudest scissors.
Oh my god, I have the
on
loudest
it.
keyboard, the loudest scissors. Hold on.
Your scissors like.
You just need a decent mic. Stop using a webcam mic.
Dusty, you also have the loudest toenail clippers.
Oh my god! What are those made out of? I hate you. Why did you even come on? He came in to hang out yesterday clipping his toenails.
I was on my phone and I was on
you
the
could
front
hear
porch
it.
and I was wearing flip flops and I looked down and you know how it is. You don't pay attention to your toes except for like you're sitting in a chair with like your.
It was the
Cross the other leg.
grossest
I was like,
thing.
damn, I need to cut my toenail. And they're like, and I didn't even announce it. And they're like, are you cutting your
You
toenails?
could hear it.
That.
You could hear it.
Nice. Yeah, so if you guys ever want to hang out with us when we're not live, then you can usually find us to hang out.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Don't miss out on that. That's his personal hygiene.
Right?
Yeah, it was sounded like we'd be in the hangout. It sounded like this. And there's Dusty. He's like, "Hi, everybody."
At least I don't have hobbit feet.
That's exactly what happened.
We're not going to go there. So anyway, we did it 2,000 subscribers, and kind of I want to do a real giveaway this weekend, and it'll probably go through the week and everything. But I got a little throwback from my 100 subscriber giveaway. Found this bad boy like a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, that would be so perfect. But this is what I gave away for my 100 subscriber. Like extravaganza, I guess. It's a little hand steamer for clothing. These are actually really, really handy, and they're a great tool if you do clothing at all. But
Paul, are you gonna do a 1-year anniversary show?
probably not. I've got so many different anniversaries and other crap. It's like anniversaries, so-and-so subscribers, blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, really, guys?
I don't do subscribers anymore. Like, I hit my 1,500, like, they just passed right on by, and then for some reason the 2,000 subscribers just, like, zoomed right on by. Like, I didn't even get a chance to do anything. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll do something at some point.
How many subscribers are you up to?
21 something?
Oh, I hate you.
I think I have about 21 subscribers too.
It might have 3 videos. Like,
Yeah. But I want to give this away live during the show today, so if anybody's interested, it's like I said, it's a hand steamer, like a clothing steamer. Very handy if you sell clothes on eBay. But I'll think about a way to
the worst
question to ask
rise
at
I've
the
ever
end.
had.
What's that?
This made the worst rise and fish I've ever had. This steamer is the worst.
I have no idea what you're saying. I can't understand you, but anyway, we'll be giving that away towards the end of the show. If you're interested, just post something in the chat. Maybe I'll just make a random pick, or maybe I'll ask a question. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. But been thinking about what I want to give away for the 2,000, and we'll see. It's I mean, it's a big milestone, but I don't know. I didn't give away anything for my 1,000. I haven't given away anything since 100 subscribers, so. Well, actually, I've given away stuff, just not like this is a subscriber, or this is a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. But anyway, we're here today to talk about tools of the trade. The kind of, like, basically, I just want to talk about like the apps that we're using now. It's been a long time since we've talked about that. The apps while we're sourcing, the apps while we're doing inventory, the apps while we're listing product and sending stuff into FBA. Like, also, like, what kind of little tools we keep just handy while we're out sourcing at garage sales, thrift stores, that sort of thing. Just give people different ideas for what basically what we do, and maybe things that you guys can use to improve your own businesses or whatever. But I mean, I keep it pretty simple. I mean, I've used Profit Bandit. That's the only app that I pay for. Besides that, I mean, when I'm listing on eBay, I use the eBay listing page. I mean, it's the fastest way that I've found. What's that frog thing? The
Ink Frog.
Ink Frog. Yeah, that's supposedly very good. I just haven't gotten around to trying it out yet, just because I haven't been doing a whole lot on eBay.
Ink Frog is good for like listing a lot of the same type of item. Like if you're going, and they also host all of the photos, which is kind of cool too.
Okay.
So you can upload bulk photos to Ink Frog and then just pick them up, and they're real easy to do.
Nice.
But as far as like sell similars, like whenever you go through and do the research, and you want to basically sell one that looks just like the one you see, it's the old way is probably better, I think. But I use them both, so.
I got in trouble for using the old way because I did a sell similar on an item that I didn't realize was new, and I forgot to change the new.
Boy.
Yeah. Everything else was super consistent or whatever, but it was cool. The guy just gave me his email address, and I sent him the payment directly, and he left me a positive feedback. So now it is dead.
So, Scott, did you ever try Scan Power?
I did not.
Okay.
I started using Inventory Lab from day one. Liked it so much, I just stayed with it.
Yeah, see, I looked at comparing the two of them, and originally when I had first started looking at it, the Inventory Lab was better because it did the accounting stuff. But then Scan Power added the report section, like Scan Power Report, which is an accounting side of it. So then I was like, okay, well, then maybe Scan Power. But I looked at the screenshots it had, and I just thought it didn't look very nice. Like Inventory Lab has a pretty nice looking, the way that it's.
I've been accused of being cheap, and Inventory Lab is cheaper, so that also wait for it.
It's the same price, pretty much. What, Mike?
I was going to say, with Inventory Lab, have you had any problems like mid-shipment having issues and having to start over, any of that kind of stuff?
No. I don't know because I didn't do a live. I didn't do a live shipment. Does that make a difference, Scott? Because I was just doing private batches.
No, the biggest difference when live and private is live means you can go ahead and box it up because they're not going to change it. They might move around on private. But you also, in a live shipment, if you've got 2 items and you find another one, you can't add it. You have to send it on the next ship.
Right. That's what I read. I read the thing. I was just doing private. So, Mike, your question, would that only apply if you were doing it live, like starting over?
Well, I just know that when I tried Scan Power, I had that issue, like in the 2-week trial period. First there was a glitch that you had to change something in your settings that when I got it, nobody ever told me about, so it ended up creating double shipments, and then I had to start over. And then another time they had some type of a server issue. And it was like on a Friday, and I didn't even get to finish the shipment until Monday, till they fixed the server issue.
Yeah, see, I was doing a private shipment, which kind of means where it's not actually going into the system at that moment.
Yeah.
Like you're putting it into Inventory Lab, but it's not getting to Amazon, and you have to actually manually get it to Amazon. So it's kind of like in a private thing, I guess you wouldn't have a server problem because you have it on your end only at that point. You know what I mean?
Like Scott was saying, you get things can change. So if you don't put it together right now and then ship it right now.
Yeah. Like your warehouses will change. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I did try the Scoutify, the scanner app that comes with it, with Inventory Lab. Do you like that stuff?
Yeah, that's the main one I use.
I think it's great. It's super fast.
Yeah, and when I first started this, I started reading a guy named Ryan Grant, online seller, and he swore by it, so I tried it, and I'm like, man, I like this, so I stayed with it.
Did you notice an issue? I noticed an issue where it wasn't it would say the item had 5 offers, but it was only showing me 3, and it wasn't showing me the prime.
It's because that's the only data that they get from Amazon. Amazon only gives them a snapshot of the sellers that they think is important.
Okay. Okay.
It's the same for all of them. That's what we talked about in the past. Is
Okay.
every single one of those guys get the same data.
We actually had the guys from Profit Bandit on to explain how it all works, and I mean they went into pretty good detail. If you go back and just like if you get on my, if you want to find out about it and learn about that stuff, you can just search for Profit Bandit on my channel, and then they came on and just everybody does it the same way, or it's the way that Amazon allows them to pull the data. So,
Yeah, I was trying the Scoutify yesterday for the first time, and I really liked it. Like, it's really fast. It's way faster than the Amazon seller app.
The feed that they request when you scan something with any of the apps only comes back with what Seller Engine calls it buckets, but it comes back with like, it only comes back with, like Scott said, X amount of sellers and certain whatever. So yeah, it's not totally always complete.
yeah, when you're using any of those sourcing apps, most of them, I know Profit Bandit has it. Don't all of them have a button that lets you go straight to bring up the Prime?
Yeah, it does.
Prime offers. So it's like one extra click.
It had the where you could bring up eBay, you could bring up Camel, you could bring up Keepa, you could bring up some book pricing thing, and then you can bring up the Amazon, like Prime, like Amazon comparison.
Does it have the downloadable database thing too, where you can like go to scan books or anything? No,
It does not.
Does Profit Bandit? I don't think Profit Bandit has a download.
No, they don't. That's something they were talking about working on. But.
That's something that would be awesome if you could get a PDA and just something that doesn't cost $300 a month to.
I know FBA Scan does it, and there's a few other ones too, but they cost a lot more, and like, yeah, it's not conducive to like do both. Most of the time, it either does one or it does the other, or you have to pay for both or something like that. So that's what I've found so far. I haven't found anything that doesn't.
One thing everybody should know about the extra apps is like Scoutify. If you've got a scanner attached to your phone, when you're using the Amazon Seller app, you have to go back and forth and delete each one as you go. If you've got a scanner, you can scan through Scoutify and never touch the phone. You can look at the screen and then scan the next barcode, and it enters it in constantly. So it really saves a lot of time by not having to over the Seller app.
Yeah, and the Profit Bandit does the same thing. If you scan something on Profit Bandit, then it just brings the item up, and then you scan the next thing. It's a lot faster than trying to use your phone. So what we're talking about now is this little barcode scanners. You can buy these little Bluetooth barcode scanners. They're like that big. They're like the size of a lipstick thing, and it just has a little button on it. You connect it to your phone, and then if you're using Profit Bandit, you have to pay them a one-time fee of $50 to activate it, and then from there on you can just think, and you just scan something, it brings it up. Scan the next thing, it brings it up. And I'm sure Scoutify is the same way. How much is Scoutify a month anyway?
It's free with the Inventory Lab.
Oh, okay.
And you can get a free month trial. You don't even have to have a credit card or anything attached to it. And as soon as you have your trial, you can log into Scoutify on your phone.
Oh, wow. And do you have to pay anything to activate a Bluetooth fob?
No.
I don't think so.
No, it's free.
Sounding better and better every minute.
I know, right? I need to call these guys, get a hold of these guys, and see if they want to come on the show sometime.
Oh, Mike, you can't see the chat. I just sent a message in the chat, Mike. I was saying that another reason why I liked Inventory Lab, since it has that private batch, then I was going to teach my employee how to scan and put things in, but I didn't want it to be live right then, you know what I mean, on Amazon in the system. I wanted to be able to review it. So it's kind of like a good way for him to be able to scan things in for me, but it's not necessarily going to get into my Amazon inventory right at that moment.
When he does eBay for you, are you having him like just save everything as a draft? And
he's not doing anything on the eBay.
Oh, okay.
You know, you can use InkFrog for that.
Huh?
You can use InkFrog for that, so that you can check out everything. Octiva does it too, but InkFrog's free, so.
Yeah, I'm not having him do any actual listing on eBay, but the reason why I wanted him to be able to do it on Inventory Lab is because he was manually entering into my spreadsheet the items that I bought. and the price and where it was bought at. And you can actually do that on the Inventory Lab screen when you're entering in the item. You can say how much it cost you, what day you bought it, and where. And so I'm like, well, I'm not going to make him do it twice. I can have him enter that information, scan the item, bring it up, enter the information, and then it's just kind of there. And I can go in and edit the price and stuff.
And then you can upload all of that like
and then
all
you
at once
upload it all to Amazon, yeah.
in bulk. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is it fast like that? I mean, is that pretty
Super
cool?
fast. Yeah.
Well, the only thing is, if you do it that way, then you don't know what warehouse everything's going to until you upload it all at once, right?
I normally put it in as a shipping plan on Amazon. So.
We can't hear you, Deb.
Why?
Or did I go?
I can hear.
I hear.
I lost my sound.
Oh, good. Paul can't hear us. Everybody talk about it.
Everybody talk bad about it.
Yeah, I enter my shipping plans through Amazon anyway, so I don't know what warehouse it's going to until I finalize. Anyhow, so it doesn't make a difference to me.
Now, let me ask you this: if I'm in the field, because this is the one thing that I wanted to do, and that's why I was trying to do Scan Power, was if I'm in the field, I find an item I don't have in my inventory. Is it easy to add it to my inventory in the field, or no?
No, they're still working on that. They haven't. They're working on adding a repricer, and then they're going to work on that. That's the next thing on their list.
Okay.
Scott, have you done where you have the buy list and then you upload the buy list? Does that do anything?
Does not do anything. It's just for your records.
To manually upload the buy list? I thought it put it in your inventory. I thought that's what I read, but I'm just asking you.
I haven't tried it. I guess I'll play with it today. I'll let you know.
Yeah, try it and see. Because Mike, apparently, on Scoutify, you can make a buy list.
Okay.
That you bought the item, how much you paid for it, like what your cost was, and then it'll show you your profits, and that's your buy list. But it doesn't real time put it into Amazon. You have to. It emails you a file.
Yeah,
and
that's the
what I read was that
Propaganda
you could
does the
upload
exact
it.
same thing. Yeah, Propaganda does the same thing exactly.
But you have to use Seller Engine Plus to utilize it, right?
You can upload those things direct.
Oh, can you?
You don't need Seller Engine Plus to do it, but it's extra steps that basically take the same amount of time as if you sat there and scanned it in. So it doesn't really say. I'm just looking for time-saving things that are going to streamline my processes. That's why.
If they're working on it, if that's something that they're working on, then it should be. Because I'm sure they're trying to stay competitive with Scan Power.
Yeah.
Especially. Oh, go ahead.
I would say one of the features about Inventory Lab that I like is, I go back once a month and clear all my inactive inventory out of Amazon. Inventory Lab doesn't forget your SKUs or anything, so if you find it again, say 2 months later, it'll add it to the same SKU, so you don't lose any of the data that you deleted on Amazon.
Oh, that's nice.
And then whenever you can run reports through Inventory Lab saying, well, how many of this item have I sold, and what's the profit on this item? What's the profit in this store? So there's a lot of reports that give you a lot of functionality of tracking where you've been and where you're successful.
That's really cool.
That's very important. I feel like Amazon has all those reports. Well, they don't have all those reports. They have their own reports, but I don't like Amazon's reports very much. I feel like they're too specific, and you can't really combine things the way that you want to, and you can't customize anything. You just they give you a start date and an end date, and then they spit out whatever factor they think you're trying to look up, but they don't let you. You got to go through and just figure everything out yourself by cross-referencing and.
Yeah, I think the reason why I wanted to get into it was, I wasn't necessarily like you, Mike, where you're looking for a faster way to list and a more efficient way to do it. That's going to be an amazing byproduct of this. But what I wanted bookkeeping. I wanted something that showed me what my profits were, what I was making on these things, what I'm doing with my time. And that was what was really important to me. So that's what I was looking for. And it's just really nice that all these other features are there.
Yeah, I might try Scan Power first, since everybody seems to love Inventory Labs. Just so that whatever I end up with is the one that I'm most likely to go with. I tried Seller Engine Plus, and it was all right, but it was very, very confusing. It was not easy to navigate, and the interface was just very complicated. And it felt like you had a really steep learning curve. I mean, as easy and simple as Profit Bandit is, I was kind of surprised when I started messing around with Seller Engine Plus. It was rough, you know. And they've got great customer service and great support. And I mean, you can literally like message these guys, and they'll come into a hangout with you and walk you through everything. And I just don't want to spend a month trying to figure out how to use the software before it actually works. But it's really powerful, and you can customize it to do whatever you want.
I spent like 15 minutes reading the manual yesterday. Like I actually sat down and read the Inventory Lab manual, and then I was like, okay, I feel like I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
With Scan Power versus Seller Engine, I think those two are the on both ends of the spectrum, on opposite ends of the spectrum. I think Seller Engine so far has been the most difficult one that I've found. And Scan Power actually was really, really easy. Like I didn't really have to read anything, you know. And they, like I said, they don't really give you like a warning about you need to change these settings or whatever, that it's a possible problem. But other than that, the thing was pretty simple. Like buttons are big. They're, you know, it's 8th grade level kind of stuff. You know, it's really, really easy. It just, if they didn't have those issues that turned me off, I would have probably stayed with them.
So exactly, did you already talk about it? Because my earphones went out for like a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you covered all that. Yeah. So I do want to try Scan Power. I mean, I want to support Chris Green because I think he's awesome. But
yeah,
he's got.
And I've told Chris in the past. I was like, look, man, I love you, dude. Like you have some good stuff out there, but it didn't work out for me.
Yeah,
you know, and that's why I want to let everybody know the positive of it is it's easy to use. It just, you know, it scared me off with having the problems that it had, and I don't want to have those same problems with an employee. You know, when I teach them how to use it, and you know, it's creating, you know, double, triple work.
Right. Now, how much does Scan Power cost a month? Is it $50?
$59.
Oh, is it $59 a month?
Yeah.
Well, they have multiple levels.
They have a $39 and a $59, and then a bigger one.
What's the $39 do?
It's just the mobile, I think. Like it's just, yeah, and then the $59 is the Scan Power, mobile, and report.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and then like you get 50 analyze or whatever that is. So.
Yeah.
Mobile, yeah, did you say that? Mobile's $40 a month, and then for $60 a month you get list plus mobile.
Yeah.
I tried. I'm kind of like in the same boat as Mike. I tried Scan Power. It's been a couple of years ago. I had some real bad glitches. My experience with customer service was not favorable, and so I kind of went away bitter. I did try Seller Engine. Loved Seller Engine. Like you said, I think it was Paul. Seller Engine is extremely, extremely powerful. They will walk you through it. They will spend an hour on the phone doing a screen share thing on your computer and watching you do it. I mean, they're amazing when it comes to customer service, but it was more than my brain could handle because it's very technical because it's so powerful. It's kind of like I hate Excel spreadsheets because my brain can't figure them out. Like, and it reminded me of that. So it was just my brain type couldn't handle it. But I used it for probably 6 months. And once I got it set and they walked me through it and all that, Seller Engine was awesome. I mean, it was made my shipments so easy.
Yeah, the only problem is with something that complicated is if you get it to the point where it just works, but you don't really understand why it works or how it works, and then something changes, then it ruins everything and you're completely screwed and you're like, oh no, now what do I do?
And that was essentially what happened to me. I went into the repricer part of it, which was one of the reasons I liked it because I liked that feature. And I went in and decided to tweak some things outside of what the guy had originally screen shared and walked me through. And when we set it up, and I totally jacked it all up. And then I was like, okay, now I don't know how to fix it because I don't remember what we did to get here to begin with. And at that point, I kind of went back and concentrated more on eBay and wasn't sending in a lot of FBA. And I was like, no, I just don't need to pay the money every month, and I just dropped out of it and haven't gone back.
You need to have a pet talk with your son.
Yeah, I mean, from what I hear, everybody that Inventory Labs seems to be the best one out there. What's the price point on Inventory Labs? Like, what are the different?
$49.
It's just $49 a month. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I haven't talked to anybody ever that hates Inventory Labs or didn't like it or had problems with it. But that doesn't mean nobody has. I mean, I'm not saying that. But
Well, I think the big thing with it, if you have an issue, they have a big Facebook group. If you ask a question on Facebook, it gets answered within like 15, 20 minutes.
okay.
Or if it doesn't, they direct you right to their customer service, and the customer service, they've got to the point where now they just you install whatever program and they log in and fix issues instead of leaving you hanging. You just set up an appointment and you can watch them fix it for you.
That's pretty cool.
'Cause I had an issue with a printer, and I watched how he fixed it. Now I understand what was wrong.
Now you don't have to do it anymore. Like,
So
you
it just
can do
works.
You can do it yourself.
Yeah.
It works with a Dymo, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and Zebra.
And now, what about the?
Oh, and you know what it also does? I think it's so cool when you list something, and as soon as you put it into your batch, it prints your label. I like that.
And what about the shipping, the final shipping label for the entire, like the boxes? Will that print out on a 7 1/4 by like the long strips, or do you have to have a 4XL?
You just have to go to you do that in Amazon just like you always would.
Oh, okay. So when you're done with the shipment, then you have to go in and approve them on Amazon.
Right, it transfers all the data. You just go in and put the shipping and pay for it.
Okay. That's simple. Yeah, I mean, I'm still using just the regular Seller Central to list everything. It's pretty easy for me, but I mean, I typically don't have big shipments. I mean, my shipments are about 100 items roughly most of the time. Like yesterday, I sent in a 20-item shipment because I was trying to do the Mike and Dusty way of like going through, and I didn't realize that you had to stop at the approved shipments screen, so I went ahead and approved the shipment, and it was like you couldn't add anything after that. I was like, okay, whatever. But I mean, the shipment was big enough that I just sent it off. But I mean, it was 20 items, but it was very profitable 20 items. So.
The biggest time saver I found is the labels being printed out as you list each item.
Yeah.
So you don't have a big bunch of stuff that you're hunting down off a 30 list. That was crazy.
Yeah, list label ship is fast, but it is 1 extra click, which is actually it's 2 extra clicks, which saving those 2 clicks would be nice.
Yeah, I was all excited like an idiot, like when it printed out, because I was like, okay, I'm going to list it, and I put the price, and then I pressed the little, approve button, and then my label went, zoop, zoop, and I was like, oh, look at that!
So what about pricing? When you're putting an item in, does it give you the suggested price like on the tab, or do you have to click somewhere else like you do with Amazon where you check all the listings and then check all the FBA listings?
That's another thing that's really great, because it shows you when you search something how many offers there are and what the rank is. So you're not just sitting there like scrolling through 10 listings that are currently unavailable, and there's only one listing that has anything on it.
And when you actually select which listing you're going to put it on, it brings up the same screen that you would get out of Scoutify. So if you're putting a price in, you can look right on the same screen and go, well, these are all the main prices, so you can know where to put it.
Yeah, and then it tells you how much your profit is.
It'll calculate everything too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Including shipping and everything, or is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
You go into settings and you put it in, and then it does it from there forward.
I'm sold. I'm going right now.
All right. So until we figure out an affiliate link, we're going to stop talking about Inventory Labs right now.
I'm surprised Picker Army doesn't already have
It sucks until tomorrow. No.
Yeah, don't bother with Scout. Let us check it out first, finish reviewing it, and then we'll let you guys know how it is, okay? So just relax. You don't have to go out and get it right away.
Go ahead and, if you want to try it and you're excited to try it, go ahead and set it up now, because it takes several hours for it to pull your stuff the first go round.
What did I just say? They can wait for us to finish our review. And
Yeah,
then
next week, whenever you decide to do it.
For this, just to let you know, I'm looking at the Scan Power site, and what I chose, the one that I used was List, and it was a 2-week free trial. You can still have it has it right now, and it includes the listing for FBA, a web-based sourcing, and then they have like evaluate 50 items for free, which I didn't use, and then they have also it also includes reports now, complete bookkeeping and inventory management, and that's that was $40 a month, but I didn't make it past the 2-week trial, so.
If you put in a referral email, you get a month instead of 2 weeks.
Okay, well.
So if you, like, I think Adam, if you ask Adam for his email, it'll it'll give you a whole month.
Does Scan Power let you put it on more than one phone?
Well, the one that I'm talking about, it has nothing to do with mobile at all. This is just, it's strictly listed.
Mobile? Does their mobile allow you to use it for more than one phone?
I don't know about that.
Because Inventory Lab with Scoutify, you can put the account in, you can use it on any phone. I mean, I've got it on like mine, my wife's, my son's.
Yeah, Profit Bandit's the same way. You can put it on as many phones as you want. So that's nice.
With Inventory Labs, is there any way that would be useful for online arbitrage?
They do have a function called Scout, which you can, if you're looking for an item, it's like Scoutify on the computer, and it'll search Amazon for you, like a Scout feature.
But it doesn't check other websites.
It does not.
All right. So that's another thing that I wanted to get into is the online arbitrage end of sourcing, because I know like Mike's become an expert pretty well. I don't know. Would you consider yourself that? I mean, what kind of how are you doing with online arbitrage these days?
I am not an expert. But I'm an expert in what I do.
Okay.
As far as I've gotten really good at how I go about doing it. But I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I don't know that I'm missing because I didn't buy any courses or anything else. I just did the trial and error thing and found my own items and that type of thing.
I mean, with where you're at now, would you feel comfortable putting a course together on how you do it and selling that course? And feel like if people would make money, they'd find a value in it?
Oh yeah, there's no question. People would. There's absolutely no question. There's so much out there online to buy from. I mean, you could literally sit there. If you had a way of getting everything listed and done for you, you could sit there all day long, every day, and not buy all the stuff that would make you money.
You could just pass all day long and still buy so much stuff that you're just doing well.
Yeah.
And well?
I'm only doing online arbitrage like 1 or 2 days a week, and that's, I schedule myself to have one day of just a couple of hours, and I will buy enough stuff to put together an entire shipment.
An entire shipment for you is 500 items?
Well, it's about 250 to 300.
Okay.
And, that's just a couple of hours of online arbitrage.
My shipment is like my entire quarter.
Your entire inventory?
I'm not doing anything like Scott though, man. That guy he's killing it, man.
Yeah, that's
shipments and stuff.
Well, before we get into the retail arbitrage into things I know you're the only one that's doing online arbitrage right now on the panel anyway that's doing really well with it. I just wanted to kind of get an idea of some of the apps and processes that you use just real quick to kind of give people an idea of what kind of things they can look at. And we could do a whole show on your process. And like I said, we could probably make a course out of it and sell it. Not that we're suggesting we're going to do that or anything, guys. Don't worry. But
yeah. I'll pay you to do the course for me. I'll teach you how to do it. You do the course for me, and I'll give you 20% of the profits.
Let's split it 50-50. 50-50, we'll talk.
All right.
But seriously, though, you're using, basically what you do is you get online and you have, all these, you use Chrome and you have all the, Chrome extensions, stuff that suggests, other websites, where to find an item the cheapest. You're using Profit Bandit to check the ranking and what it's selling for on Amazon, and you're just tell everybody some of the stuff that you're using to.
Well, first off, I have a little bit of a cheater list, so I use the CyberMonkey deals, and that's kind of what got me started because they have a whole gamut of websites that they go through and they'll give you deals. You just pay them monthly, and they're giving you deals every day.
Are you still using that one?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And what do you pay?
I get stuff. That thing, every time I touch it, it probably 10 times over or more the amount that I paid per month is what it makes me. So
you make 50, or you pay $50 a month for Skinner Monkey's
I
list?
paid 50, yeah.
Okay.
And I'd say it makes me anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a month. Just depends on the
What?
just depends on how much time I take to mess with it and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not bad. I told you guys in the past that it's there, and I've been trying to tell you, but anyway. So I used that. That was kind of my. What's that?
Sorry. I was gonna say with Mike, if Mike mentions to you one thing, if you ever hear Mike go, "Hey, you know this thing I saw?" Take notes. Just make notes.
Take notes.
Go back to every morning show and take clips of Mike.
Yeah.
There you go.
Make some notes, put it in your brain, and then pay attention.
You guys are being too kind.
Oh,
You guys should be
whatever.
watching Scott. Scott's the one you need to be watching.
Well,
Every
if you're
time
looking
I
at,
mention something, I make money. Him and John.
oh yeah, well, if you're doing retail arbitrage, definitely talk to those guys. I mean, John's more of a wholesale guy, I guess now, but yeah,
But we like talking to you.
yeah, we like talking.
Is that what it is? I'm the likable guy. Is that?
Yeah.
But
No
I mean,
offense, Scott.
so we don't have too much time left, and I do want to
All
touch
right.
on retail arb before we do any, or before we have to go offline. But as far
Okay,
as
then.
the some of the plugins they're using and extensions on Chrome.
All right, so then I found the site. So let's just say I go to Walmart.com or whatever, and I search just like retail arbitrage. I'm going to the clearance and things that are on sale and blah blah blah. And then what I have is extensions. It's just a right-click extension. So I just copy whatever the the name of the item is, whatever it is, and then if I right-click on it, I can search Amazon in the right-click drop-down, and that's an extension. I think it's called right-click Amazon or something like that. But they also have an eBay one, who you can do the same thing, search eBay for the same kind of stuff, and that's like the basic. But there's also extensions like Price Jump and there's a couple of other ones. But if you just look for the best price on Amazon, like if you search the Chrome extensions for best price on Amazon or something like that, they have extensions that if you pull up any item, the item page in Amazon, up in the top, it'll show you a drop down where you can get that same item for a different price, whether it be better or worse. And there's like all these different online stores that you can purchase that item. So like I might go to Walmart, find a clearance item, let's say like baby wipes. It's on clearance at Walmart. I'll bring up the Amazon site, and I can look in the top, and it may be $5 at Walmart, but Walgreens might have them for $3.99 or something like that. So.
And then you can just go to Walgreens and buy as many of them as they have in inventory, or as many of them as you want to buy, like as many as you think you
they'll
can
allow
sell.
you to buy. Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. So, I mean, that's the basics of it, and I don't do anything more than that. Those few things, and like I said, I'm only doing it a couple hours.
Are you still using Invisible Hand? And what's the other thing that always tells you it's available on another website for this price or whatever?
It's the Invisible Hand. I think that's I know there's Price Jump
and Price Blink, but I like Price Expert just because that one will bring up eBay for you.
Yeah. There's a ton of them, but like I said, if you search the extensions, you can find all those different extensions.
I mean, if you wait until you're an expert Mike's a perfect example. You don't have to wait until you feel like you're an expert at this to go out and do it and start making some money at it. But I mean, it's like Ebates is another one that you should look at. I mean, just about any website you go to, you'll see if you have Ebates installed, there'll be a little thing up in the upper right-hand corner that's like this percentage is, or you get this percentage back or whatever, and then you just set up your little account and then you'll get money from your purchases. I mean, what kind of checks are you getting from Ebates?
I got a $500 5-something check here recently.
Nice.
But that's the other thing is when I'm doing all that purchasing, I'm getting discounts on in a lot of ways. So I'll use Ebates for sure. Also, a lot of the sites, if you sign up, like newsletter and this and that, they'll give you instantly 20% off of your first order. Some of them give you cash back plus Ebates, and then if you're also able to have a credit card to use, like me, I use a credit card to purchase things to get 3 to 5% off, or 3 to 5% cash back on the credit card as well. So all those things combined will, you can basically make a ton of money off of it. But the thing is with the credit card thing, and I've told people in the past, is I'm not using the credit card to float everything. I'm just using the credit card for the discount only. Everything gets paid off as soon as I get my payout from Amazon. So that's the first payment I make is those credit cards, because I keep zero balances on them. And nothing stays longer than 30 days.
Nice.
So, and if you're gonna do that, a word of caution: don't use it as like I said, to float your business.
Right.
Thinking, well, I'm making profit, but I'm not paying off this credit card.
Right.
Make sure you're smart about that kind of stuff. So.
Right on. So yeah, online arbitrage. I definitely want to get more into that. I mean, I've got Chris's book there, and it goes back to, they always say take action, take action, take action. I mean, I feel like sometimes I get a little too I'm sidetracked with stuff, and I don't have time to do everything. But I've been getting a lot better about it. Online arbitrage is something that I'm definitely interested in. I mean, just not having to go anywhere. I feel like that's a little bit more effective than retail arb, where you're in the store all the time. But speaking of retail arbitrage, we got one of the experts here. I mean, I consider, I'd say Scott's pretty freaking good at it. I mean, he goes out and fills up a trailer every week. But what are some of the tools and apps and stuff that you use while you're out there doing retail arbitrage for Amazon?
The one that I use is on the iOS is En-route. It'll allow, I paid the $4.99 for the premium of it. It'll let you put 25 waypoints, so if I'm going to go to 25 stores, it'll route the best map through there, which is good. It also searches, so if you want to find all of the Rite Aids in Raleigh, North Carolina, it'll put them all on the map, and then you can just make them all waypoints. It's very easy to use, and every trip out.
Right. And once you get to the store, though, I mean, I know you. What's your blog? I saw that post that you made a week ago or so. You were talking about what your setup is when you're out on the road. I mean, just kind of tell everybody what you're doing while you're spending a week out there.
I bought the trailer and I was bringing stuff back, and then the week I was home, I was just working like a madman, and I'm like, I wonder if I can do this in the hotel room. And so I bought a laptop, a better laptop. This MacBook doesn't play with my printers. So I carry a printer, a laptop, and all the little Scotty peelers and stuff with me. And in the hotel room, I just, for a couple hours, everything I find that day, I go through Inventory Lab. I turn on the inventory placement so that it only goes to one warehouse, so I can do private, so I can make sure I get everything out. And then every morning before I start, I take the boxes to UPS and then start the next day.
So you pay the 20 cents to make sure that everything goes to one warehouse. Now, I do the inventory placement too, but I still get separate warehouses. But
if they're oversized, goes one way, and then regular size goes another.
Exactly. That's what happens.
But it's much easier to only go to one place while I'm on the road. Then when I get home, I turn it back off.
Okay.
But yeah. It's basically
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I follow a lot like John Grillo, T-Rex. You find something good at one store, you go to 20 of them. And whatever store I'm hunting, that next week's those stores I concentrate on. I can't get thrifting out of my blood, so I generally go to the Goodwills wherever I'm at.
I don't think I'll ever get thrifting out of my blood. I mean, no matter what I do, if I go and spend an hour or two in a Walgreens or in whatever, I mean, I can spend $100, $200, $300 and make $500, $700, $1,000, but then I can go into a Goodwill and spend, $30 and make $500, and it just seems like that. But it's just not as consistent, You can go to 10 Walgreens and buy the same things at every Walgreens, and that adds up. But at Goodwill, you never know. There's times where you could just strike out.
Yeah, last week I went to 54 Rite Aids.
Oh my goodness! And you just went to Rite Aids. That was it.
That was it. I went to 4 Walmarts and the rest were Rite Aids.
So do you just get a list of the things, like when you find something, you make a note of it, and then that's one of the things that you are looking for? Do you get online and look for, like, through Rite Aid's website to see what they're selling stuff for? How do you do it?
Uh, More like Dusty, you just put in your mental. I don't
Yeah.
really have a list other than what's in my scrambled mind. Rite Aid. The reason why I picked Rite Aid last week was they put a lot of stuff on 75% off clearance, and so I went purposely to buy all their new clearance, and then check stores I'd never been in for their old clearance.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question, Scott. What prompts you to go deep on items?
It's generally just profit margin. The bigger the profit margin, the deeper I'll go. And sales rank. They put a set of headphones on clearance. They were Sony headphones. Only the blue ones they put on clearance, and they marked them down from $23 to $4.99. I think I bought like 40 pairs.
Wow.
But I've already sold like 27 of them.
And
they
rank like in a less than 1,000 or?
Yeah, they're like 600 something in CE.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And they're selling for when I bought them, Amazon was in at $21.99 and the price is still holding at $19.99. So I've sold them all for between $19 and $20 and paying $5.
That is a very good return when you have how many units? 50?
Yeah, I had 40 of those, and they had a different brand that I bought 37 of, so same price.
Wow.
But they put so much of their electronics on sale was what made me go to them. 2 weeks before, I was in Jacksonville, Florida, went to 42 Walgreens because there were 42 in Jacksonville, Florida.
And they had some kind of clearance going on, or is just Walgreens one of those?
They were starting their toy reset for the Christmas, so they put all the toys they're getting rid of on their second round of clearance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and Walgreens during toy season, like during Q4, their toys section gets really big, and it becomes very profitable because they sell that stuff cheap. I mean, I was even doing retail arbitrage in Q4 last year, and I mean, I was finding stuff for $3 or $4 that was selling for 15.
And they had actually put a glucose meter on clearance. You can't find them anymore. They've moved last week they moved all their glucose meters behind to the pharmacy, but it was a Next made by Bayer. It was $29.99. They marked them down to $6.89. I think I bought 170 of them.
Nice.
I currently have 0. Everyone is sold in the last 3 weeks.
Wow.
Nice.
The cheapest one sold for 21. So I sold them between 28 and 21, 170 units.
Right on. So
he's saying some of the stuff that we've mentioned in the past is follow the sales, guys. Pay attention to what's going on in the stores. I mean, everybody shops somewhere, and you're going to see whatever kind of clearance or sales or whatever they have, and those things are profitable. Almost every time, if there's some sort of a sale, you're going to make some kind of money.
Right. I mean, if it's 20% off at Big Lots, then I mean, there's a good chance that you're going to find something, that's worth it. Especially if you can go in there anytime and find stuff that's pretty close. Like if you're in a store, and you're like, man, and you're just scanning stuff. It's like, oh, that's pretty close to what Amazon's selling. I can only make 10% on that or 15% on that. But then you go during a 20% off sale. Now all of a sudden you're making 30% on the same item, and it might be worth it for you.
And just watch some of the ads, like Walgreens. I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago, for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, anything you bought, they took your points times 5. It was called bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in those 3 days I got like 110,000 bonus points. But every 40,000 bonus points is $50.
There's an app that's called Retail. It's RETALE, and it'll give you the ads for a lot of different, like the weekly ads or whatever, for a lot of different companies like Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, all those guys, like all the big ones.
Now, how much better are the Walgreens points doing now? Because I remember, like, last year they never did anything for me. I could never get enough points to use them. But I've been, like, last time I was in there, they're like, oh, we made the point system way better. Now they're actually going to work. You're going to be able to use them for something.
Yeah, they did what's called everyday points, where if you sign up for it on your phone, you get points for every dollar you spend. Where you only used to get it for certain items, but
Yeah.
now you get it for everything you buy, no matter what it is.
And
That's awesome.
have they been pretty
Jingle
good
cash.
with the kickbacks? I mean, have those kickbacks been like viable, or is it just something like, okay, whatever, it's a couple bucks off of 100?
It's just been I just wait till I get 40,000 points and take the 50 off every time. That's
Hey, God, do you have one of their rewards cards, like the MasterCard debit card?
I do not.
I got a trick for you, too, with one of those, but it might be really beneficial to you because you get extra points using those cards.
Nice.
And I found out how to link your PayPal to it.
If you're over 45, you can sorry. FedEx man's here. AARP, you can sign up for 45 and attach to your card, so once a month you get 20% off. The one thing I'm looking into now, Scrappy, shut up. The one thing I'm looking into now is gift card granny. I'm going to start purchasing a lot more with gift cards that you buy at a discount.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well. Like, you can use a lot of apps and, well, I don't know if it's apps or websites or what, but there are like these group buys of gift cards that you can get in on where you can get big discounts on them, like 10, 15, 20% off. Like, 50 people go in to buy $100,000 worth of gift cards or whatever it is, and if you're in on that and you make a minimum gift card purchase of so and so, then you just get giant percentages.
Well, I was looking at it last night, and the thing that made me mad is Rite Aid gift cards are 24.91% off,
Oh my goodness.
and I just spent maybe $9,000 at Rite Aid.
Jeez. So what about you, Mike? What are some of the tools that you use when you're out there? I mean, are you basically a phone, a scan fob, and Profit Bandit?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, it's as far as the Walgreens thing. Did you get that Jingle Cash or whatever it was? Did you get any of that last year?
Yeah, I did. It was like $10 off of, like, if you spend $100, you get a $10 little coupon for the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was using those. That was a nice little bonus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you got to look out for, because Kmart does the same kind of thing where if you spend so much money, then they'll give you so much money off the next time that you come in, or they'll, like, a week from now. And then, like, Target, I mean, everybody should have a Target debit card, I think, just because it's not a credit card, you just link it to your bank account, and you get 5% off at Target anytime. And then, that pretty much covers the tax. And then, is it 5%?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they've always got other little bonuses that they're throwing out there and stuff.
Yeah, you get free shipping on Target.com with it, and then
Yeah.
you also get extended returns.
Yeah, it's
I was
like
going to say that with the online arbitrage, you get a lot of the same stuff too. So, and on top of that, if you're buying larger quantities, almost all the websites give you free shipping. I don't know of any of them right now that don't give you free shipping over certain like, I think the highest one is like $75. If you have to buy $75 worth of stuff, and you'll get free shipping.
There's another app like that you were talking about, Mike, the ones that does the ads. Have you checked out Favorado?
Mm-mm.
Favrado. That one's pretty good on the ads. And then I think it also links up the coupons that go with it. Like, if there's discounts and coupons available, like, it'll link up the ad with what you can combine it with.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this retail one, it's always got. I mean, I can sit here, like, it has Walmart, Fry's, Cabela's, GameStop, O'Reilly's, Tom Thumb, Kohl's, AutoZone, JCPenney, Toys R Us. I mean, the list it's huge and it's just their weekly ads. Whatever their ads are, they put them into the app, and you'll get an update. They'll give you like little push notifications or whatever. Hey, this is the new ad coming out, or this one's about to end, or whatever. I use that a lot for the retail arbitrage.
I'm downloading Retail right now just to see how it is. But I'll be able to tell you guys what I think of it, I guess.
Mike, don't you also have an Elvia app?
What is it?
Elvia app?
LB app? Yeah.
I need one of those.
That's I get a messenger message that says you need to go shopping at this store because I found stuff that makes money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. JCPenney, Staples, CVS, Best Buy, Kohl's, Petco, Big Lots, Target, Joann Fabrics, Toys R Us, Ace Hardware. It's a lot of covers a lot of different places, and there's Walmart right there at the top. Cool.
And you know what's funny is most people don't go to a lot of those weird places, like the ones that you don't see very often.
Or that don't even think, like you would never think of unless you're in that niche, like real niche stuff like Joann Fabrics. Who goes to Joann Fabrics to do retail arbitrage?
Hobby Lobby. Some of Hobby Lobby's stuff is pretty profitable, and that 40% off coupon that they always have works really, really well on like those really expensive crafting machines.
Yeah. What about Harbor Freight? I know their tools tend to be junk, but I mean that's kind of like.
They have name brand stuff too, though.
Yeah, that's true. And they're always doing like 50% off coupons and stuff like that, or like free flashlights or whatever.
My dad has like 75 of those like charge things, those amp meters.
Yeah, that right there is that place is a bundle bolo place. If you want to bundle up stuff, definitely want to go over there.
That's where I got my heat gun. They're like $8 if you get them on the right day.
Yeah, exactly. So it's about that time though, guys. We gotta wrap this up. Maybe continue the discussion Monday, or I don't know. We'll come up with something. But I do want to give this bad boy away. Like I said, this is kind of a throwback to my first giveaway. I did it at 100 episodes, same kind of thing. But it's just a little hand steamer for clothing. Here's what I'm gonna do. On the Reseller Wakeup Facebook group, I'm going to post a picture. All you have to do is like it and leave a comment over there to enter. And then next Monday, during the show, I'm going to go ahead and do like a live. I'll just count up all the comments and all the likes. And basically, if you like it and you comment, then you get 2 entries, basically. And then I'm just going to go to random.org, put in a number, and whatever it ends up on wins. But if you want a chance at this, go hit that like button on the picture that I posted this, along with leaving a comment if you want to get 2 entries. But if you're not a member over there, please go join. It's a lot of useful information getting shared, and I'm always posting haul videos and tip videos, and the latest episode of the show at the top there. I just pin it, so it's real easy to find. And also Resale Ronin on Twitter and Periscope. But the easiest way, obviously, is just to hit that red subscribe button. And if you like the show today, if you like the content, give us a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Does anybody else have any announcements or anything they want to shout out before we go?
Nope.
I will take those as crickets. So, yeah, hopefully, I might try and get a hold of the Inventory Lab guys, because that sounds really intriguing. See if we can get those guys on to talk about what they're doing sometime. But maybe even the Scanner Monkey guys. Yeah, get that scanner. Maybe subscribe and check out that Scanner Monkey list. That sounds like that's probably some of the easiest money on online arbitrage, actually.
Yeah, Cybermonkey Deals is cybermonkeydeals.com. That's those guys.
And you've been using that for how long?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't remember when I started that. Probably like somewhere after Christmas, I would say.
I was going to say, it's been several months. This isn't something that you tried last week and you're like, wow, this is great. Something you've been using consistently for over 6 months.
Right. I tried. Initially, they had like a free trial, and it was kind of, I don't know. It was good in the sense of that stuff didn't get saturated like I thought it was going to. I thought that was good. But then they did a revamp, and I was able to get into the really good list, the lists that cost like the most, but give you the best deals or whatever. So after that, I've never looked back. I mean, I'm always getting something from them.
Nice.
So.
Right on, right on. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks, everybody, for coming on. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks, everybody who helped me get to 2,000 subscribers. That's awesome. But we'll see you all Monday, Bitcoin.